Hey guys, what is going on? Thank you very much for clicking play. It's Gamer James here once again, and we are back with our Bayern Leverkusen save. We are still in the hunt for trophies. We haven't got very far since our last game. Got a massive double header coming up today. We have played a couple of league games since you were last with us for the Hertha Berlin and Celtic matches. I will show you what happened in those, and in fairness, they were both very frustrating. I won't show you the goals from them because I want to get in with this double header. I just want to show you this game in particular. Home against Frankfurt, 2-2. Look at this, 45 shots on goal, and we drew 2-2. And I will show you in a minute the formation. I'm sure a few of you have come up against a formation like it, but I just want to show you this because this is probably going to be a contender for our goal of the season, I think, from Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Look at that, like an arrow, like an absolute bullet. Phenomenal goal. Very similar to the one he scored last weekend in real life. Actually, he scored an absolute thunderbolt. So yeah, as I say, a lot of you have probably come up against this. Look at that, absolutely outrageous, 5-4-1 with absolutely no intention of getting forward. All they did do was attack me down the left twice, and Timothy Chandler, I think he was on the right of midfield. He came in at the back post both times and headed in. So it was really frustrating game. 45 shots, but to be fair, we didn't really I don't think there was an awful lot of in fact no clear-cut chances. Look at that. Out of those 45, a lot of them were long-range shots. Most of them weren't even shown in the highlights. Then yeah, we had the Red Bull game away. Admir Mehmedi scored, Karim Bellarabi scored, but again we just couldn't hold on. So very frustrating form in the Bundesliga at the minute. 7 games gone, 5 draws, 1 win and 1 defeat. So we are really starting to lose ground now on the top 4, certainly the top 4. Ideally the top 3 is what we're looking for, but we need to start putting some wins on the board. With that in mind, as we go back to the schedule, we have got 2 unbelievably tough games. We've got Tottenham at Wembley, of course, in the Champions League. Was in match day 3. They're currently 4th in the Premier League and well in the title hunt at this early stage. And then of course we've got Bayern Munich. Now both games are going to be really tough. So I am changing the tactics for the game, and this is what we're going to go for. We do have a couple of fitness issues. I think Vendel's not quite back yet. There's a couple of others out. So this is the team we're going with. We've got Javier Hernandez up front, of course, because he's got 7 goals in 9 games. Tin Yedvai did come to me saying he wanted more first team football, so he is at right back because Johnny Tarr and Omer Toprak are doing quite well. Obviously the problem with this formation is I don't have the wingers, so it's not a formation I really want to go at long term, because obviously I've got Julian Brandt in the team, and I really want Julian Brandt to carry on playing for us. He can play in that role, in the number 10 role, so hopefully it looks like he could do that quite well as well, so hopefully he can become maybe an option there. Few little tired legs going on here. We'll just have a look. We've gone for control mentality, try and control the play a little bit. Gone slower tempo for this one. It's structured. We're going shorter passing, retain possession, play it out of defence. I haven't gone for a tactic here either way, because I don't really like work the ball into the box, because I don't really feel like they really create an awful lot when you do that. I've got the wing backs here, so they're going to be vitally important. We've got to look for overlap. And we've got Pohan Paulo and Javier Hernandez up front. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, because he can do. Has he got shoot more often on? Can he have shoot more often on? Yes, he can. We definitely want him on that. I forgot to add that because he's a trequartista. So hopefully he will get into space where maybe Pojampolo as a deep lying forward will maybe just make a little bit of space for him. So what we are hoping for here, take a draw, because I think 4 points from Tottenham group after our win against Celtic. You can see here Tottenham are currently top because they beat PSG, so a point at the moment would look fantastic, because you would still expect PSG to overtake Tottenham. So Tottenham favourites to win this one, and yep, it's at Wembley, looking good in the background now, Wembley, isn't it? So we're tactical. Coming to this one, having struggled a little of late whilst your opponents are riding the crest of a wave, do you anticipate another bad day at the office today? Well, obviously I'm going to say yes to that, aren't I? Why would I say yes? I'm expecting it. Now, it's going to be hard to get a result, up for a challenge, up against a very good team. Well, no. Very, very neutral. Very, very neutral. Right. Assertively. What should we say? Assertively tell the media to do one. Right. So, do I have this on key? I do. I have been playing my journeyman save a little bit earlier today, which you can follow on the blog. Which I started unemployed and I have landed a job, and I've played my first match with them. So yeah, you follow me on Twitter and on the blog. The links are in the description below, and you can keep up with that one. That's going to be a very interesting save, I feel. So Tottenham have had an awful lot of shots. 10 shots already they've had. But this is the first highlight of the game, as Wanyama hits one, it's hit the post. Thankfully someone else has hit the post against us for a change. Always us hitting the post. So, how have they had 18? They've had 18 shots on goal already. They are on shoot on sight policy. Absolutely shoot on sight. It's really bad because we're playing narrow. We're at this lovely big pitch at Wembley, and yet we're playing narrow. And wow. Well, to be fair, they're doing well. So if we passionately keep going out there, and you can still win, then I think we could definitely get something out of this. I was tempted to play the 4-2-3-1, but have it on counter and with go really wide, but they were playing wide, so I thought I'd try Leno with a good save, and Kane poaches the goal. Oh, we're gonna have to. Going to give it 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to have to look at making changes. What was Bernd Leno doing there? Absolutely bizarre. Oh, and they're just going to. Can we? Chicharito forward to Pojampolo. Why is it Chicharito that's dropped deep there? You're the advanced forward. Pojampolo's the deep line forward. Here's Kolasinac, and just easily tackled. Surrenders possession, but Baumgartlinger. Hakan Çalhanoğlu and Pojampolo, and there's nothing there there's absolutely nothing there when we get to the box. What is going on? Who can we? Right, we're going to bring Kevin Folland on for Pojampolo. I think he can play deep line forward, or he can play defensive forward. I think we might give him that. Çalhanoğlu's struggling a little bit, but I think we're going to leave it at that for the minute. Just the one change. I'm not going to change formation at the moment, although we are chasing the game. So I'm just going to maybe just notch them up to attacking a little bit and see if we can't make something happen. Because we have just had nothing so far. Absolutely nothing. Tottenham on 9 points. That will put top of the group out of our reach at the moment. Paris Saint-Germain up. Well, I'd quite happily take Paris Saint-Germain beating Celtic with us losing, because at the very least I want Europa League. And as I actually said, oh, Baumgartlinger, he's just come through Wanyama and he's gone. We're down to 10. Brilliant. Well done, kid. Not going to do anything. No point. Absolutely no point. Sometimes I'm really struggling with the tactics on 17. I have to be said. We haven't even been in this game. We've just not even had a kick of the ball. Look at 41 shots Tottenham have had. It's why is and again it's in that game that I showed against Frankfurt, we have 45 shots and we only get a draw, and yet Tottenham have 41 and get a win. It really annoys me, these little fine margins that just really, really frustrating. So that defeat leaves us, well, it leaves us playing for third. 3 games to go. I mean, we're not going to overtake Paris Saint-Germain, and we're probably now not going to overtake Tottenham. We needed to take a point out of that to have a chance. It's just not going to happen now. We're not going to get through, and I'm pretty sure that was the expectation. Reach the first knockout round. But it is annoying as well. They give you that target, and then you get the draw that you get, and it's just I don't get it. But right, we have, as I say, we have got to we've got to get a win in the league, and we welcome Bayern Munich to town. And now I'm doubting this diamond formation, if I'm being honest, because Tottenham just absolutely blitzed us, absolutely destroyed us. What do they normally play? Yeah, I can't go to. I'm gonna. Right. Join me in a few minutes, guys. When we, well, a few minutes for me. It'll be like a nanosecond for you, and we'll try and come up with a plan to beat Bayern. Right, guys, we are ready to go for the Bayern game. There is just one thing I want to just show you first on the social feed. Gotta love the social feed in this game. Where is it? Can't look at this. Ahead of our game. Can't be bothered watching us get pumped by Robert Lewandowski and Bayern. Might do something more fun like creosoting my fence. Mr. Vucic, thank you very, very much for your support. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, hang on. Did I see something about Axel Witsel? Because I think I've put him as I've got him as a transfer target for the end of his contract, because he would be an amazing addition if we can get him in at the end of his contract. Right, we've gone back to this wide formation mainly because Bayern Munich tend to play something similar. One thing I have changed though, I put us a deep defensive line, because they have fast wingers as well, and I'm hoping that might just negate their threat a little bit. I got Tinjedvaj playing back in central defence with Benny Henrichs out on the right, and he's playing as a stopper, so hopefully him and Baumgartling are between them, can kind of stop the onslaught from midfield as well, and then Kevin Campbell can hopefully do his thing. We've got it set to get it out to the wings as quickly as we can. Should have Çalhanoğlu on shoot more often. Yep, so it is all good. We are good to go, I think. I'm hoping this formation brings us some luck. Let's do this. And well, yes, they say they win. They're second at the minute because Wolfsburg hammered Bremen, I think it was, on Friday night, 4-0. Very impressive 4-0 for them. Julian Baumgartlinger takes the captain's armband. How much of a boost is Juan Bernat's absence? Well, it's not really, because it means David Alaba's playing, so it means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, so this is the formation that Bayern are playing. So you've got Ribéry, who's probably going to be playing as an inside forward because he's right-footed, I think. And then you've got Thomas Muller out on the right, who's probably going to be a Raumdeuter, I would imagine. So he's going to be looking to cut in to sneak in behind. So that's why we've gone for the deeper line. Unfortunately, at the minute, I have got Henrichs and Kolasinac on wing-back, so I'm probably at some point going to change that if things aren't going too well. The reason I've gone wide as well is this here. Kimmich, Vidal and Xabi Alonso. That is a very, very tight little midfield unit in front of that back four. So we've got to get through all of those, and then all of these, and then that man there, Manuel Neuer. So good luck, boys. Right, hard tackling, yes, definitely hard tackling. Right, passionately do that. Let's see what we can do. This will be an amazing time. I'm going to scroll. I don't feel good at scrolling down the league table. I'm going to make it big. Right, let's see what we can do then. Oh, excuse me. Right, Campbell clears. Kimmich has intercepted, and now it's Philip Lahm. Oh, infield to Kimmich. Oh, and Ribéry. Well, that deeper line has just invited them to play onto us, and they've just beasted us through the middle. And it's 1-0. Well, this I set out on this save as a 5-season save to try and win trophies and win the first ever Bundesliga title. I'd be lucky if I get to the end of this season the way things are going. This will be 1 win out of 8 games at the minute, which is not good enough. But this is what I don't understand, because this squad, if you are a manager that takes a club and you choose a formation based on what players you have, you would go 4-2-3-1 on this because the players have got, and it's not working. But Bellarabi's put it in, and Baumgartlinger heads it over. And that was a clear-cut chance. How was Ribéry's not a clear-cut chance? He was free in the penalty area. How was his goal not a clear-cut chance? I don't read anything into the clear-cut chances because they don't mean a thing. Thomas Muller. Who is it that's injured for them? Here's Martinez. And they're just knocking it around. We're playing virtually the same formation. Baumgartlinger, great tackle. Çalhanoğlu back to Baumgartlinger and Bellarabi. Oh, and Alaba just comes across and just bosses him there. Absolutely, it's Vidal who's injured. I mean, you can't at the minute. We can't really expect to take much out of Bayern. Not this season, anyway. But you know, at some point we've got to start winning games, because we are losing touch massively at the minute. I'm going to get aggressive with them because they've been rubbish, absolutely rubbish. Actually, I might just stick them on counter, see if that'll. I wonder if that'll work any better. Here's Alaba. What's he going to do? Kimmich. Oh. Well, I try and have this channel as family friendly, so if I didn't, the airwaves would be blue right now. They've just cut us apart there. I mean, look at that. How has that got across like that? I mean, they've got a player injured as well. They're basically playing with 10.5 men, and they're absolutely destroying us. This is ridiculous. Right, let's pause it. Let's give them a absolute annihilation, because it's just so frustrating. What a I don't know why I did this as a double header on camera, because I knew this was going to be this frustrating. I knew both games would end in defeat, but it's the performances that are going along with it. It's just absolutely abysmal. Not one of them is coming out of this game with any credit at all. Kevin Folland can go on as a striker, see if he can do anything. Put him on as a complete forward, I think, and we'll just save 1. Campbell booked. The substitutions are made. McMehdi and Folland are on. Çalhanoğlu with the free kick. Brilliant save. Oh, Bellarabi, what happened there? Well, I think he saved it. It might have touched it onto the bar. Of course, the crossbar and the posts are against us as much as our opponents. I'm not, I'm not lying here, guys. I am absolutely, totally and utterly downbeat right now. The deep line just hasn't worked. But the thing, if I hadn't have played a deep line, then Ribéry and Muller would have roasted us on the wing. I've played a deep line and it's just invited them onto us, and they've just passed it through us. I mean, that is, well, I suppose, they are by far and away the best team in Germany, and it's showing there because they are schooling us. I mean, we've had a lot of shots, but they are just schooling us. As Robin hits one wide. Oh, we need Robin come on. Oh, great. Just what we wanted to see when we're 2-0 down at home. What should we do here? Should we bring... No, we won't bring Çalhanoğlu off. He can play. Baumgartlinger can come off, and we'll give Aaron Geith a game. Watch Kevin Campbell get sent off now. This has been appalling. Whoa, sorry you've had to sit through this video, guys. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. But Medi booked. And there's just nothing. Absolutely nothing again. Aaron Geith forward to Folland. He's left-footed, so he's going to try and turn on his left foot, and he's just going to get tackled all day long doing that. Campbell to Çalhanoğlu. Campbell again. Folland's way offside there. Brilliant striking there. He came to me and complained that he wasn't playing as well. But when you're the lone striker and you're stood and you can see the back of the centre backs, surely you know you're offside. I mean, that is absolutely abysmal. Did we even, apart from that Çalhanoğlu free kick, did we even have a highlight in that game? That is absolutely appalling, abysmal. How we had 21 shots. Okay, I'll take your word for it then. Right, well, this is rapidly turning into a relegation fight, and that is not going to end well for me. So we really need to do something here. We have the cup tie against Rot-Weiss Essen, which I'm not confident about going into at the minute. Then we've got Ingolstadt, then we've got Tottenham and Schalke, and then it's Cologne, Paris Saint-Germain. So the plan had been to do Tottenham and Schalke, but this I'm not 100% sure what to do at the minute in terms of the next video. I am also tactically now, I am wondering, there's a lot of clubs in real life at the minute that are playing a back three, and I'm just wondering whether I can maybe build a formation with a back three. Only problem is I'm a bit light with centre backs, and it would kind of use them all. Well, 3 out of 4, so it wouldn't be, I suppose it might be worth trying against Essen, but it's possibly not one to be going on with long term at the minute. Maybe against Essen I'll go for something like this one, but we'll see. We'll work something out, and we'll be back soon with a new video. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have stuck it out through those 2 frustrating performances to this point, then that is fantastic. If you have stuck it out, you might as well click a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As I say, you can follow the Journeyman Save on the blog and on Twitter. The links to that are in the show notes. And guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Cheers.